Level 1. The larva. The chamber is dark and damp. You have no eyes, you have no purpose, you have no name. You are a tube of protein wrapped in soft chitin, lying among hundreds of others like you. The temperature around you is exactly 29 degrees Celsius, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. It is not an accident, it is control. Workers walk over you without hesitation. They are not ignoring you, they are testing you with their antennas, with pheromones, and with a language you don't yet speak. You didn't choose to be here, no one did. The system made that choice before the egg even hatched. You eat what they give you, a mix of pre-digested wood and saliva from workers who will never ask how you are. You grow, you shed your skin, you don't know where you are going, but the system knows, and the system is never wrong. Level 2, the nymph. You have shed your skin a second time, and now there is a window. Not a glass window, a biological window. For a few weeks, your fate is not yet sealed. The queen's pheromones, the temperature of the room, and the amount of food you receive are all shaping you right now, in this moment, without asking permission. If the colony needs more soldiers, you will become a soldier. If it needs workers, you will become a worker. If the queen dies and the system needs a replacement, there is a chance, small but real, that it will be you. You don't know this, you just feel a different weight in your body. Your jaws are getting thicker, or maybe not. Maybe your gut is expanding to process wood. The system is deciding now. You are simply obeying an order that was never spoken out loud. The window will close soon, and when it does, who you are will be carved into your body forever. Level 3, the minor worker. The window closed. You are a worker, the smallest one. And the work begins before you even understand what work is. Your first job is cleaning. You remove waste from the chambers where larvae sleep. You carry feces, dead skin, and unwanted fungus. You do this for hours without stopping, without complaining. Not because you are brave, but because your nervous system has no circuit for refusal. You weigh 1.2 milligrams. The colony has 3 million individuals. You are statistically irrelevant. And yet, if you stop, the larvae get sick. If the larvae get sick, production drops. If production drops, the queen lays fewer eggs. The empire weakens. You don't know any of this, but the system knows. And that is why you don't stop. Your antennas detect an alarm pheromone from 13 feet, 4 meters away. Your brain has 250,000 neurons. For comparison, a grain of sand has more atoms than that. And still, you build, you clean, you feed, you are the foundation of everything. And the foundation never gets the credit. Level 4, the major worker. You have grown, not in status, in function. Your jaw muscles now take up 35% of your head. You weren't promoted, you were remodeled. Your job now is construction and maintenance. You carry 47 milligrams of wet soil mixed with waste and saliva through tunnels only 2 millimeters wide, in temperatures reaching 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 31 degrees Celsius inside the mound. You do this in 20-hour shifts. The tunnels you build have natural ventilation, air chambers placed with perfect precision to regulate the temperature inside. You didn't study architecture, but what you build would put human engineers to shame. A mound for your species can be 30 feet, 9 meters tall. You are 4 millimeters long. You will never see the top of what you helped build. That thought doesn't exist in you, and that might be the greatest mercy the system offers. If a tunnel collapses, you start rebuilding in 90 seconds. There is no meeting, there is no discussion, the alarm pheromone hits, your muscles react, and you are working before any conscious decision is made. You are a tool that repairs itself. The system loves tools like that. Level 5, the mandibulate soldier. Something changed before your last molt. Your head doubled in size. Your jaws grew out of your face like 2 curved blades of dark chitin. You can no longer feed yourself. Your jaws are too big to reach your own mouth. You depend entirely on the workers for food. In exchange, you kill. When a predator invades, a scout ant, a centipede, a beetle, you are the first to respond. You run toward the danger while the workers run away. Not because of bravery, but because of programming. Your jaws exert a pressure of 500 pounds per square inch. For an insect your size, that is the equivalent of a human biting a car in half. You don't feel fear, not because you're brave, but because the part of your brain that processes fear was replaced with a circuit for threat and response. 1 out of every 4 soldiers does not survive the first attack from a rival colony. Do you know this? No. The system knows, and it calculates that it is worth it. You sleep, if you can call it sleep, at the entrance of the main tunnels. Always on the border, never in the center. The center is for those the system considers too valuable to lose. You are not too valuable. You are valuable enough. There is a difference. Level 6, the nasuit soldier. You are the strangest weapon evolution has ever produced. Your head has no jaws. It has a beak, a hard tube pointing forward like the barrel of a pistol. Inside your abdomen is a gland filled with a sticky, toxic resin, a mix of chemicals that sticks, suffocates, and paralyzes. You are a chemical soldier, and you are rare. In a colony of 2 million, there are maybe 8,000 like you, less than 0.4%. When the threat is too big for jaws, a mass invasion, an aggressive species, or a breach in the main tunnels, you step in. You point your head at the intruder and squeeze your abdominal muscles. The resin shoots out in a jet, it sticks to the enemy's joints, it paralyzes, it suffocates. A single shot can stop an insect 10 times your size, but you pay a price. Each shot uses 18% of your energy. After 5 shots in a row, you have to retreat to be fed by the workers. If there is no room to retreat, you keep firing until you collapse. The system does not plan for your individual survival, it plans for the survival of the colony. You are a strategic resource, and strategic resources are used until they are gone. You hold an elite position, but elite here does not mean safety. It just means your death is more expensive. That is all. You exist in silence. You are a secondary breeder, called a neotenic. You never asked for this role. It was activated in you when the queen grew too old, or when the colony grew beyond the reach of her pheromones, or when a chamber was cut off from the main nest by a tunnel collapse. The system felt a void, and it filled that void with you. You started as a normal nymph, but instead of becoming a worker or a soldier, your reproductive organs kept developing. You didn't go through the wing stage. You have no wings. You will never leave this colony. You will never see the surface, but you reproduce. In an isolated chamber with 40 cubic centimeters of space, you can lay up to 30 eggs a day. It is nothing compared to the primary queen, but you keep the chamber alive while the system resets. You rule a fragment, a micro-empire inside the empire. The workers around you feed you first. They clean you. They protect you, not because of affection, but because of chemical programming. Your pheromones tell them you are essential. They obey without knowing why, and you feel the weight of it, not as an emotion, but as constant biological pressure, a demand that never stops, a job with no closing time. If the main queen dies and the colony decides you must take over completely, your body will keep changing. Your abdomen will expand. Your ability to fly will waste away even more. In weeks, you will become something that can no longer move easily. Power will come to you, and it will trap you in place. Level 8, the queen. You don't walk anymore. Your abdomen is 10 centimeters, 4 inches long, 40 times the size of a normal worker. Your feet barely touch the ground. You are carried, turned, and fed by dozens of workers who take turns in endless shifts. You lay an egg every 3 seconds. In one day, that is 28,000 eggs. In a year, more than 10 million. In a life that can last 30 years, you are responsible for over 300 million lives. You have no choice in this. Your reproductive system has no pause button. You never saw the sunlight again. The last time was during your mating flight, a rainy afternoon decades ago when you still had wings and life still felt like it had possible directions. You chose a male in the air, landed, tore off your own wings with your front legs, and started to dig. That was the last decision you made as an individual. Everything after that was the system. The royal chamber where you live is kept at 30.5 degrees Celsius, 87 degrees Fahrenheit, ventilated by tunnels built specifically for that purpose. It never changes. It can never change. If the temperature rises by 2 degrees, your egg laying drops by 40%. If it falls by 3 degrees, the eggs stop hatching. The entire empire exists to keep that number stable. You are the center. But the center is not freedom. It is the ultimate prison. You don't command, you produce. The pheromones coming from your body regulate the behavior of millions. They stop other females from breeding, direct the workers, and set the pace for producing soldiers. You are the central nervous system of an organism with 3 million bodies, but you don't decide anything. You just exist, and your existence is enough to keep everything running. When you grow weak, and you will grow weak, your pheromones will change. The workers will notice before you do. They will start feeding certain larvae differently. They will prepare specific chambers. They will create your replacement without asking you. The system does not need your approval. It never did. You will feel the moment control starts to slip away. Not as pain, but as an absence. Like a chemical silence where there used to be command. And then you will stop.